Hello, yogis. Welcome to All Aligned. I am Jessica, and today we have got just some easy restorative stretching. I like to call restorative comfy stretching because we will be holding poses, but the idea is to really focus on relaxation. So we're going to be using props so that way we can be nice and comfortable, feel a little stretch, but not too much, so that way we can just completely relax. So you are going to need 2 blankets or even a towel will work as well. And then also a block. If you do not have a block, then just grab a 3rd blanket or towel. So go ahead, grab what you need, and let's get all aligned and get started. You're going to take 1 blanket, fold it in half, place it at the back of your mat. Take your other blanket and you're going to place it right between the back of your thighs and your calves. Coming into child's pose, your big toes are together, knees out wide. Reach your arms forward and you can sink your head and chest down towards your mat. You can stay like this, or for a little extra support, you can use your block or your 3rd blanket folded up and place it right underneath your forehead. Just allow yourself to settle in. We'll be holding each pose for a few minutes. You'll want to feel a gentle stretch, but comfortable enough to allow yourself to completely relax. Just focusing on your breath, clearing your mind. Just allow yourself to melt into the pose. Begin to deepen your breath. We'll slowly start to come out of this pose by gently moving into tabletop. Walking your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees under your hips. You can remove that top blanket and just straighten one leg back behind you. And then the other leg. Moving into our next pose. Keep 1 blanket at the back of your mat and just fold that blanket up about a 1/3 of the way. Taking your 2nd blanket, roll it all the way up. We'll be moving into a chest opener. So the more you roll up your blanket, the greater back bend you will have. If you want less of a back bend, then don't roll the blanket up all the way. For an even greater back bend, you can always add your second blanket or third blanket, if you have one, to add a little height. Otherwise, coming down onto your back, the rolled blanket is just right at the bottom of your shoulder blades. Your shoulders should be resting on your mat, and that fold in that other blanket is where your neck should be resting. You can keep your legs straight, or maybe bend them, feet on your mats. Or you can even move to bound angle, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Again, find what feels comfortable. Here we're opening up through the chest, the shoulders. Arms are just out to a T, palms up towards the sky. If you feel any discomfort, then maybe readjust where that rolled up blanket is placed on your back. Find that comfortable stretch and come back to your breath. Begin to deepen your breath. With your knees bent, soles of the feet on your mat. Gently roll onto your side, just enough to remove the blanket from underneath your back. Return back onto your back And gently windshield wipe your knees back and forth. It's important in these transitions to stay as relaxed as possible. Take your blanket and fold it in half. Place your blanket between your knees. Shift your hips to the left side of your mat and drop both knees down towards the ground, coming into a gentle twist. Arms out to a T. Relaxing into the pose. If you're having a hard time quieting your mind, focus in on your breath. Taking an even breath in through your nose and an even breath out your nose. Take a deep breath in. Slowly lift up your knees, keeping the blanket between the legs. Gently bring the legs over to the left, shifting your hips to the right edge of your mat. Supine twist on the other side. Take a deep breath in. Slowly bring your knees back up to center. Remove your blanket Keeping your legs bent, bring your feet out wide as your mats and let your knees come in together to touch. Stay here a moment. Slowly walk your feet back together. We'll now be moving into a supported bridge. If you have a block, you're going to place that block underneath your low back, right at your tailbone. If you do not have a block, take your 2 blankets and fold them up and place them both underneath your low back. Depending how high you want to lift up your hips will determine the height of the block. Again, find what feels good here. Gently walk your shoulder blades underneath you. Just let your arms rest at your sides. Just let your breath become natural. And just allow yourself to be completely still. Begin to deepen your breath. Very slowly remove your block or blankets and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Maybe rock a little side to side. We'll begin to move into bound angle. Lower your feet down to your mat. Drop your knees out wide, soles of the feet come together to touch. You can stay right here. If you want a little extra support underneath your knees, use your block or your folded up blankets and place them right underneath your knees and thigh. It's important to feel that support in your pose. Just makes it that much easier for your body and mind to completely relax. You can either let your arms rest at your sides or maybe place your hands over your belly. Just feeling the rhythm of your breath in and out. Begin to deepen your breath. Using your hands, slowly bring your knees back together. Let both legs straighten out onto your mat. If again you want a little extra support underneath your legs, take your blanket, fold it long ways, and place it right underneath your knees. Let your arms rest at your sides, relaxing every muscle. Coming back into complete stillness as we come into our final pose, Shavasana. You can stay here for as long as you feel you need. But thank you for relaxing with me today. Namaste.